honesty tonight. I dropped out of college after a couple of months, with vague, unrealistic plans to go back once. I got my head onto my shoulders. I took some time to think a lot. Ironic that it took me 15 years of schooling to realize I had never thought very much. Well, everyone I know has a college degree, and those that don't, they just keep telling me that unless you want to live on Skid Row, you better have a certificate to show. But I hear that rent is cheap on Skid Row. Well, it's not that I find my classes boring, but more the fact that everyone else seems to. This sure doesn't make for very good discussion. No. The teachers are all righteous and self-praising, though most of them failed at their art, and some were too afraid to even start doing what it is they love. If I could play this riff all day, I would sing all of my troubles away, and I could die humming, knowing that I did something. And also I hear that sound travels best on Skid Row. Well, most people don't really give much thought to what they're learning, what they're being taught. It's just a means to a lonely end. Well, if God created heaven and earth, then why do women have to give birth? You'd think he would come up with a more efficient means of procreation. But I hear that abortions are legal on Skid Row. And I hear there are no feminists on Skid Row. And I hear that PETA is just bread on Skid Row. Rachel Maddow and Bill O'Reilly, Al Gore and George Bush hang from their tongues on Skid Row. The king is still alive, and so is Biggie and Big L. In fact, Skid Row sounds a lot to me like heaven. Except God deals drugs behind the 7-Eleven. Yes, God deals drugs behind the 7-Eleven. Yes, God deals drugs behind the 7-Eleven. The king has left the building.